proud of your team, coaches in school.
Welcome everyone to
Please do your part to
Martinsville High School for Martinsville Artesian Boys Soccer here on WRAP 15 Sports between Martinsville and Monrovia. The final regular season game for both teams before the sectional draw comes out tonight. We will pause now for the national anthem.
And now for our starting lineup, starting with the visiting Monrovia Bulldogs. At number 1, a senior, Jeffrey Brown. Number 3, a senior, Sam Cox. Number 7, a senior, Brock Johnson. Number 8, a senior, Caden Williams. Number 13, a junior, Marcus Stevenson. A junior, number 15, Devon Weston. A sophomore, number 17, Malachi Brown. A freshman, number 18, Daniel Jones. A senior, number 20, Alex Willett. A junior, number 24, Colin Lee. And a sophomore, number 27, Riley Corona. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Derek Davis. And now the starting lineup for your Martinsville Artesians. A sophomore, number 0, Jack Wolf. A freshman, number 1, Martin Barco. A senior, number 2, Caden Radencrest. A senior, number 5, Joey Stremming. A freshman, number 6, Luke Gamble. A sophomore, number 7, Aaron Anderson. A sophomore, number 9, Ethan Haling. A senior, number 10, Jackson Fry. A senior, number 13, Carter Lyon. A junior, number 18, Sam Foley. And a junior, number 20, Antonio Candid. The coach for the Artesians is Tulani Nube.
The starting lineups for the 6-6-1 Artesians and 3-11 Monrovia Bulldogs. Like we said, this is the final regular season game for both ball clubs. The sectional draw coming out tonight on IHSATV.org, and we are underway here at Martinsville High School. So we'll get the starting lineups here. Once again, you heard them from the PA announcer, John Kirtland. For the Artesians, Jack Wolf, Martin Barco, Caden Rottencrans, Joey Stremming, Luke Gamble, Aaron Anderson, Ethan Hainline, Jackson Fry, Carter Lyon, Sam Foley, and Tony Ocano for the Artesians. And for the Monrovia Bulldogs, Jeffrey Brown, Sam Cox, Brock Johnson, Caden Williams, Marcus Stevenson, Devin Weston, Malachi Brown, Daniel Jones, Alex Willett, Colin Lee, and Riley Corona. The Bulldogs with the ball on the right side now here early on, and Jack Wolf with the save. He'll throw it out. Caden Rottencrans leads the way for the Artesians this season scoring-wise. Caden, 16 goals for the season, 1 assist. Kind of looking to make sure I've got 16 one place, 17 the other for Caden. Either way, he's leading the team by a lot in that particular category. Second on the team in goals scored, the junior Sam Foley with 6. Martinsville and Monrovia here wrapping up their regular season. The girls, Bulldogs and Artesians, will wrap up their regular season right here at Martinsville on Wednesday. They will know their sectional draw at that time as the boys and girls sectional draw comes out tonight. You can watch that on IHSAA TV after you have watched this particular matchup between Martinsville and Monrovia. The Artesians at 500 right now, 6-6-1 for the campaign, and will look to boost their record above 500 with a victory here tonight. Ethan Hainline on the hustle up ahead. The sectional draw coming up at 8 o'clock, so this game starting at 6 should be over with, and then stay tuned to IHSA TV. We continue to promote IHSA TV. We're an affiliate, happy to be that, and also have our former student, Heath Shanahan, who is the Executive Director of Broadcast Operations at the IHSAA and is in charge of IHSA TV. So it's been great. If you've got that app, downloaded it, you can get it on Roku or whatever streaming service you have, and have the opportunity to see a lot of sporting events this fall with a lot of schools around the state going to games. Sam Foley with a nice soft touch on, but the goalie up with it. Jeffrey Brown now to kick it away. Again, another save right in front of the goal, that time by Jeffrey Brown. And Jeffrey up with it for the Bulldogs. He will kick it away, and Ethan Hainline with the header. Running onto it is Carter Lyon. Carter gets control of it, and he'll go out now to Luke Gamble. Martinsville now on the attack up the left side. The Artesians, we said 6-6-1 for the campaign. They had a tough match here last week against a very good Perry Meridian ball club, the Falcons. Second in the Mid-State Conference to Perry Meridian, to Plainfield. 4-0 winners over the Artesians, but Martinsville went on the road and played much better at Whiteland and came away with a 4-0 victory of their own against the Warriors. So the Artesians last Thursday got the big win, moved the record 6-6-1 for the season, and we said looking to get it to 7-6-1. Bulldogs trying to clear. Sam Foley with the takeaway. Tries to put it into the side of the net. Kind of finesse it past the goalie, and thought maybe he'd get a better swing on it, but does not. As a result, the Bulldogs up with it in Martinsville. Back on the defense here. And early going, about 5 minutes gone by. The majority of the attack has been on the Artesian half of the field. Senior Joey Stremming moving it up. Joey been very strong on the defensive side of the field all season. Martin Barco up with a steal, and very technical is Martin. He's got some pretty good speed. Cross-country runner for the Artesians on Saturday, was at the Mid-State Conference meet. Artesians' Carson Heath comes in second there in a pretty tough field as the Artesians had their Mid-State Conference meet. County meet coming up this week, and then a sectional coming up in a couple of weeks for the cross-country runners. Like we said, though, the sectional coming up for the Artesians as well. That sectional draw out tonight. Kind of got this game going just a tad bit early, so we could kind of get you, allow you to go see that particular draw if you would so choose. Bulldogs trying to get the attack now. Martinsville has done a nice job really controlling pace of this one. They've had the more opportunities here early on. Carter Lyon trying to clear it. Ethan Hainline will just poke it away. Bulldogs look like they'll have a throw-in with an opportunity here. Ethan Hainline for the Artesians. The sophomore now back to the freshman, Martin Barco. He'll kind of play a little bit of a two-man game here up against the press box. Like we told you, it's hard for us to get a great angle here. The press box so close to the field, but still trying to keep it on. Barco going shoulder to shoulder with his man, kind of shoulder checks him off, centers it in the middle. Nice cross right to Cano, but Cano can't make it go into the back of the net. Antonio, not the greatest of swings on it. Couldn't kind of clear himself to get a good strike on it. But the Artesians still on the attack, have done a fantastic job here in the early going. So the Artesians with the throw in, and it's a weapon here. So if Monrovia not familiar, actually it won't be Sam though, Foley on the throw in. They'll move Sam into the penalty area and maybe see if he can get something in the air here. Actually, the kick from outside the penalty box, the free kick. So, like I said, I'm kind of blocked here. Hard for me to see on the near side of the field of what's going on. So the Artesians on the set piece. Couldn't really get anything going, but they still maintain control here. Hainline, a nice through ball to Antonio Cano. That technical ability by Cano, and he doesn't get a clean strike on it and pulls it to the left of the goal. So the Bulldogs to kick it away here. Luke Gamble trying to control it, and he'll have it now on the far side of the pitch. Carter Lyon. You see the Artesians really kind of pushing up a little bit. Their defenders coming up also because they've really kind of controlled the play here in the midfield and had many more opportunities than the Bulldogs. So they get a through ball to Sam Foley. See if Sam can finish it. Can't quite get it done. Just a little bit light on the touch again that time by Foley, and the goalkeeper comes up with it. And the Artesians. Cano back to Luke Gamble on the far side of the field and trying to go right back up to Cano. And it will go out of bounds, so it'll be Monrovia throw-in. Final game of the regular season for both ball clubs. Said for Martinsville, the Bulldogs will have one more game. It'll actually be against Cardinal Ritter coming up on Thursday. So that'll be the final regular season game for the Artesians. Theirs tonight against Monrovia. The sectional draw coming out. The Artesians will anxiously await to see who their opponent will be coming up in sectional play in the IHSAA state tournament. Martinsville playing in Class 3A. In the Bedford North Lawrence sectional. And it's kind of a, want to say an odd mix of teams, but for lack of a better term, it's an odd mix of teams when you look at it geographically. You've got Bedford North Lawrence, makes sense. Bloomington North makes sense. Bloomington South makes sense. Martinsville, maybe a little bit of a stretch with all those, but you can see them teamed up with and paired up with those teams as well. But then you throw in Northview, Terre Haute North, and Terre Haute South to the mix. So you kind of generally have that a little bit. Those Terre Haute and Northview schools kind of clutter up the mix a little bit when it comes to scheduling with the IHSAA. In the Seymour section, you've got Columbus East, Columbus North, Floyd Central, Jeffersonville, Jennings County, New Albany, Seymour, 7 teams there. Typically, a Bedford would probably go down there. You can't send them to Evansville area because that's chocked full of all the Evansville schools. And, oh yeah, by the way, Jasper, which is about an hour away. So there's really no easy set for the IHSAA when they're kind of drawing up those sectional assignments in soccer. But as it works out, it'll be at Bedford North Lawrence, Bedford, Bloomington North, Bloomington South, Martinsville, Northview, Terre Haute North, and Terre Haute South. But Martinsville has seen several of those clubs this season. Terre Haute South, Martinsville lost 3-0. They tied Bloomington North 1-1, fell to Bloomington South 2-1. So anxiously await to see the outcome of the sectional draw that comes out at 8 o'clock tonight on IHSAA TV. So after this matchup, kind of just keep the app open and click on the live stream of the boys and girls sectional draw right after that. Artesians with a couple of chances here as we tick down to about 15 minutes gone by in the first half of play from Martinsville High School. A beautiful day, a Monday night here at Martinsville. Fairly decent crowd, a little chilly. Rained earlier this afternoon and kind of cleared up and been a nice day. A little bit worried to see we've had no issues with the weather thus far this year in terms of rain. Fortunate for us on our live stream coverage, but thought maybe we would get some rain for this one, but it held off. Like we said, turned into a pretty nice night here at Martinsville High School. The Artesians and Bulldogs, county rivals, going at it. Martinsville 6-6-1. The Bulldogs come in 3-11 on the campaign. Jackson Fry and Carter Lyon having possession of it in the midfield. The Bulldogs take it away, but Martinsville gets it right back. The Artesians have really controlled play throughout in their half of the field, and Caden Rottencrans trying to get open. Caden leading the way for the Artesians. You see the technical ability there. Caden, he leaves it up on the left side, and a shot on goal, and a nice save that time by the Bulldogs. So a good look by the Artesians there. Like it's Cruz Soltis who had a shot on goal, but it was saved by the goalkeeper for the Bulldogs, Jeffrey Brown. But Martinsville right back at it again. It's the Artesians' leading goal scorer, Caden Rottencrans. A good look here for Caden, and the shot will find the back of the net for the Artesians. So the Artesians with the goal there. Caden Rottencrans finds the back of the net, and the Artesians lead it now 1-0. See if we can get another look at it here on the replay by the Artesians. Let's take a look at it. You'll see Caden come in here. Nice and easy. He'll put it just to the right of the goalkeeper, off his left hand and into the back of the net. Martinsville up 1-0. So we're back to live action here. Artesians leading it. The Bulldogs trying to come back now, down 1-0. Artesians, though, defense has done a nice job of really swallowing up the Bulldogs and not giving them much space on the offensive end. Artesians really have controlled play here throughout, and again, they have it once again. in the midfield. Jackson Fry, that's a switch the Artesians made a couple of weeks ago, kind of swapping Jackson Fry and Ethan Hainline with their positions that they had, going from midfield to the center back spot. And it's worked out for the Artesians. They've maybe not had the win-loss result, but they played against some better competition, and I think have played better. Weren't very happy with the way they played last Tuesday in the Mid-State Conference matchup against Perry Meridian. The Falcons, a very good club, but I think the Artesians were a little bit disappointed in their performance there, but really came back and played well on Thursday at Whiteland to get a win over the Warriors, a team that a few weeks ago had played Perry Meridian fairly close. So funny how athletics goes, especially at the high school level, in terms of how you can play against one team one night, how you feeling. You've got players that don't have the most energy in the world. Is it your second of back-to-back games, or have you played your second or third game this week? Never really know when you're dealing with kids this young, at this age, really at any level, when you start looking at it, what you're going to get sometimes. And so that's why they play them, the Artesians, with a much better performance on the pitch on Thursday night with the win over Whiteland. They're trying to build off that victory over the Warriors here tonight against Monrovia and take a little bit of a win streak into sectional play, which will begin next week. Like we said, down at Bedford North Lawrence in that 7-team field. So one team's going to have a little bit of a longer route to go of it because of that 7th team, but we'll find out tonight on IHSA TV what that sectional draw will be. The girls will also find out tonight who they'll play in their sectional. And Artesians will be back on the pitch. The girls will. Coach Mia Moody, when they battle these very same Bulldogs Wednesday night, we'll have that game for you. 6 o'clock kickoff here from Martinsville High School on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. WREP 15 Sports and IHSA TV. Caden Rottencrans looking to get another goal. I'll have to ask Coach Spina for sure what the goals are. We have Caden down for 16 goals. When I flip to the stats on Max Preps, I've got Caden for 17, so I'm not sure what's the right one. I'm really going to go probably with Willie's because I'm sure he's the one that did it. Those are probably the correct ones. But regardless of that, he has another goal here tonight. So 16 or 17 on the season, and the official just letting the Artesians play on. Caden Rottencrans gives it right back to Carter Lyon. Carter trying to get a good touch on it. Has it blocked, still in the penalty area. Back to Caden Rottencrans. Caden frees himself, trying to get a swing at it across the goal. The save there, Jeffrey Brown with the kick save and a beauty, as they'd say in the hockey terminology. But believe it'll end up in a goal kick and some substitutions for the Artesians. 4-8-12 for Martinsville coming in. Noah Breen, Connor Gardner, and Jackson Hayes for the Artesians. And I think it will be a corner for the Artesians now. So Martinsville looking to make it 2 straight on the season after the 4-0 win over Whiteland on Thursday. Looking for a victory here today. They are up on the Whiteland Warriors 1-0 on a Caden Rottencrans goal. And Brown up with it. We'll boot it away. And again, the Artesians back on the attack, pushing it up the left side. Jackson Fry runs under it. Jackson with the left foot cross in front of the goal, but nobody there. So Jackson with a nice cross, but nobody there for the Artesians trying to take advantage of it. So the Goal kick coming up for the Monrovia Bulldogs as we go under 20 minutes, halfway through the first half from Martinsville High School. Sun has come out. A little chilly. Feels more like fall, but turned into a pretty nice day here after the rain we had this morning and this afternoon, a much-needed rain. Artesians quickly trying to get the throw in. Carter Lyon. And it'll be Monrovia Bulldogs ball. The two teams don't play many of the same opponents. Just one, and it's a county rival, Mooresville. The Bulldogs are losing to the Pioneers 3-0. Pioneers in the second game of the season over the Artesians 2-0. In a game much closer out most of the contest, and then the Pioneers pulled away late from the Artesians. Monrovia still with possession, so one of their few chances on the offensive side. Jackson Fry kind of helping back a little bit from his midfield spot on defense here, and so the Bulldogs an opportunity on the throw-in. Jackson trying to clear it. He'll take a tumble, and the official Ivan Herbert says, play on, boys, play on. Joey Strimming trying to keep control of it and take it away from the Bulldogs. Cannot, and Monrovia will get a throw-in as Brock Johnson did a nice job of keeping it away from Strimming. Actually, a free kick from just outside the penalty area. Martinsville won't set up a wall of blockers. We'll see what the Bulldogs do here. To the penalty area. Nobody's clearing it. And finally, Jack Wolf comes up with it for Martinsville. So the defense a little nonchalant there, and Jack Wolf had to come off of his line to come up with the ball just kind of hanging there. And the kick, Artesians trying to control it. Several Artesians getting some playing time here today in the final regular season game of the year for them. I'd said earlier that it was Monrovia's final match of the season. It is not. The Bulldogs play, like we said, on Thursday. They will battle Cardinal Ritter. The Artesians back on the offensive, trying to get something going here. A couple subs, different players, but their leading scorer, Caden Rottencrans, still out there. Jackson Fry as well. Bulldogs had a few more chances, a little bit more time on the offensive end here in the last couple of minutes, and here they go again. Martinsville up 1-0. And Jack Wolf will come up with it. And he will punt it away. Bulldogs, a little give and go. Nice three-man game going, trying to get it into the penalty area. Cannot. Martinsville will try to clear it. Artesians trying to keep possession of it, and Caden Rottencrans up with it now. Caden trying to work his way free, and it's taken away. Carter Lyon will go right back now to Caden Rottencrans to see if Caden can get a good run here. A little crossover by Caden. Stopped and taken away by the Bulldogs. Devin Weston takes it away from him, and now Monrovia on the right side, but Luke Gamble up ahead for the Artesians, trying to run up on it is Jackson Hayes on the left side. Jackson still has control of it, but I believe, the ball goes out, and so the Bulldogs will get a throw in. Martinsville up 1-0. It was a goal by Caden Rottencrans. Around the 20-minute mark that has been the lone scorer thus far. Carter Lyon trying to get a through ball that time to Noah Breen, but Can't get it past him. Now the Bulldogs coming back will take it away. And Luke Gamble playing it back. Back in the midfield to Carter Lyon, and Martinsville will push forward on attack, trying to get a through ball there to Caden Rottencrans. Breen up with it, and now the Bulldogs trying to clear it. Carter Lyon has it back. Carter kind of taken out there. He gets mixed up with the Bulldogs' Alex Willett. So Ethan Hainline will come on for a set play. Free kick. About 15 yards outside the penalty area. A little hard to see the penalty area here today. With the sun at the angle that it is right now. And the shot by Hainline will go high and wide right. Ethan, also the kicker for the Artesian football team. They'll be back in action on Friday night, hosting the Parameridian Falcons. Falcons will fly into Ciderwitz Field to battle the Artesians. As Martinsville will try to get back in the win column. We'll have a foul on Joey Strimming, a little aggressive on the defensive side, and the Bulldogs will reset and go quickly, trying to get a quick runner through, but ball just goes right to Jack Wolf, and Jack will restart the Artesian attack up the left side now. Ethan Hainline keeps control of it, up ahead to Luke Gamble. And now the Artesians' leading goal scorer in Caden Rottencrans, and loses it out of bounds. Martinsville up 1-0 over the Monrovia Bulldogs. Sectional draw comes out tonight at 8 o'clock for both the boys and girls. We told you Martinsville will be playing in the Bedford North Lawrence sectional, along with Bedford North Lawrence, the host school, Bloomington North, Bloomington South, and then the Terre Haute schools and Northview. So racking up some mileage there for some of those schools in order to compete in sectional play. Jackson Fry with some fancy footwork there, trying to get a through ball to Noah Breen, and instead it's a foul on the Bulldogs, marking Caden Rottencrans, the Artesians' leading goal scorer. And the Artesians quickly restart. Ethan Hainline trying to get a good swing on it, setting it up the left foot. Saved by the Bulldogs. So Martinsville really dominating the shots on goal. We'll have a offsides that time by Monrovia as they were trying to sneak a man through. Caden Williams kind of got behind the Artesian defense, but that offsides trap didn't quite wait long enough. Got him offsides, and so it'll go back to the Artesians. See if Martinsville can maybe up the intensity here a little bit to wrap up the end of the first half of play. We're leading just 1-0. Sure they'd like to see their final game, the intensity kind of be there. Had it against Whiteland with a 4-0 win and like to go in with good feeling into sectional play. Rottencrans. Over now to Luke Gamble. Back to Caden. Martinsville still has possession of it. Joey Stremming coming up from his defensive position. And the Bulldogs take it away. So they'll try to keep it in the midfield and even mount some attack here, trying to get a through ball, but right there, the center back, Ethan Hainline, I think we'll get a foul whistled on the Artesians, but really has been no threat offensively, or very little threat offensively for the Bulldogs. The game really controlled by the Artesians, the pace of play and possession dominated by Martinsville, and really on the offensive half of the field as well for the Artesians. But the Bulldogs trying to get some chances. Martinsville defensively trying to clear it. And it will be a foul on the Artesians, so the Bulldogs will get a chance again, a free kick set piece from about 5, 6, 7 or so yards outside the penalty area. We'll see how the Artesians defend this. Really just a one-man wall with Carter Lyon, and that kick will go right to Jack Wolf. And again, Martinsville being a little nonchalant with defending and nearly came back to haunt them there. Jack couldn't come up with it clean enough, and the Bulldogs were right in front of the penalty area, but they couldn't get a good foot on it, and the Artesians now trying to clear it. Luke Gamble moving it ahead. Artesians up 1-0. Martinsville loses it out of bounds. Coach Tulani Insube getting several Artesians in here today, and some subs now will come in. Several more. Aaron Anderson into the matchup. Joaquin Garcia will come in as well. So a couple of Spanish foreign exchange students with Antonio Cano and Joaquin Garcia. Not in there together right now, but we've seen Cano. A couple of goals, 3 assists on the season for him, and he just was able to play a couple of weeks ago and has done a nice job up front from a forward spot for Tulani and assistant coach Willie Spina. Jackson Fry will leave it back now to Luke Gamble. Martinsville moving the ball pretty efficiently here. Aaron Anderson now trying to go to Garcia in the penalty area. Artesians will be offsides. Connor Gardner had an opportunity there. Always great when you know that the assistant coach is paying attention to you a little bit. So I asked and I shall receive, and like I thought, Willie's stats would be right. So Willie telling me that Caden Rottenkrantz with 17 goals now on the season. Had him credited for an own goal on Max Preps that actually wasn't his. So thank you to Willie Spina. Done a nice job keeping us informed on with the stats and on some of the position changes and strategy that's going on throughout the year. Willie, outstanding career here when he played for Daniel Urban, and then now moving into the assistant coach's role, helped Daniel for several years, and now with Tulani Insube as well. So thank you to Willie Spina for clearing that up. 17 goals now on the season for Caden Rottenkrantz. We go down to about the 6-minute mark. Martinsville up 1-0. In the goal, while we were bringing it up, was by Caden. 17th on the season. Ethan Hainline back on the defense, like we said, one of the changes that the coaching staff made, switching him and Jackson Fry. We said it's paid off, and Jackson has it now. Full steam ahead by Fry. The Artesian senior looking ahead, leaves it off to Joaquin Garcia, trying to get a touch back to Jackson. Couldn't quite do it. Joey Stremming coming up. And actually, it was not Joey. I thought that was Joey at first, but Noah Breen that time. So I think we have we'll have to check to see who I think we have a couple of jersey changes here. So Breen is 17. We'll try to get our crack producer on who number 4 is for the Artesians when we get an opportunity. I looked at him as I said that. He just looked at me and didn't do anything. So, I don't know, maybe Braxton will be able to look over there on the bench at some point and be able to tell me who number 4 is for the Artesians. Oh, Braxton doing a great job on Tech Director. We've got Luke Cheatham and Trenton Moody upstairs running the cameras. Luke, his first live stream game. And Trenton's done a great job this season as well. Noah Breen 17. So we'll get that set and correct. Aaron Anderson trying to work his way free now. Breen up with it, puts a boot into it, into the penalty area. Garcia heads it down, and Martinsville trying to get a touch on it. Out of the air, will kick it just wide. So goal kick forthcoming, and subs for the Bulldogs. Tyler Corona will check back into the lineup. I think I had Tyler Corona starting here tonight. It was actually indeed Alex Willett. And Alex has done a lot of work trying to mark Caden Rottenkrantz. Caden not in there now. Aaron Anderson up with it. Now Carter Lyon working his way forward. Free in the penalty area. Carter, a good look at it, and the touch just not strong enough to get by Jeffrey Brown. So the Artesians have had a couple of chances on it, and when it's come time to it, they haven't been able to get enough oomph on the ball to get it through. And Jeffrey Brown, credit to him, has made some good saves. Sam Foley early on had a couple of good looks at it, but trying to finesse the shot by the goalkeeper, and he came up with the saves on a couple of occasions. Same thing happened right there to Carter Lyon. Well, the Bulldogs trying to mount a counter, a nice back heel, a little two-man game, and then the shot that time by Caden Williams just a little bit high. He had a really good look at it there that time, and he's got a little bit too aggressive, got his foot a little too far underneath of it, and sends it flying over the goalpost. So Martinsville, really, that's the first big attack by Monrovia. Great chance, and the Artesians able to survive it. They lead it still 1-0. Hainline can't quite clear it. The Bulldogs looking for another chance here, and Ethan has to kick it out of bounds, clear it, and it will be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. So Monrovia late trying to mount a couple of chances here. Devin Watson coming up, or Devin Weston, we should say, coming up to maybe try to get ahead on this corner kick, this set piece for the Bulldogs as we go down to about 1:15 left in the first half of play. That kick in the penalty area, the Artesians trying to clear it, but the Bulldogs maintain possession of it. So this has been their best couple of minutes offensively, really, and Weston's kick will go wide right, so that kind of puts an end to that threat there. And let's see if the Artesians maybe can mount something here late. Jack Wolf will get with the goal kick, I believe. Here, it'll go right to Ethan Hainline, and Martinsville will quickly reset it. Back to Joey Stremming. Bulldogs still pushing up a little bit. Martinsville to Carter Lyon. He can't control it. It's turned over, and the Bulldogs have it once again. Well, the Bulldogs not going quietly here in the last couple of minutes of the first half of play. Jackson Fry loses it. Again, it's been Caden Williams who's kind of pushed the attack for the Bulldogs here. Aaron Anderson having to come back, and now back to Hainline, and the Artesians trying to clear it and mount in the final 10 seconds of the first half of play. Looks like that's going to be it. We'll go to the break here at Martinsville High School. With Martinsville up 1-0, we'll take a break, and we'll come back with a look at the goal here from Martinsville High School in just a moment.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. And they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. And stop knocking on wood.
Back here at the half, high school boys soccer on WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, also IHSAA TV. Glad you can join us here. Martinsville wrapping up the regular season at home against Monrovia as they await the sectional draw tonight, which will come out on IHSAA TV at 8 o'clock, and see where Martinsville, who they will play coming up in sectional play that begins next week. Martinsville in the Bedford sectional with the host Bedford North Lawrence Stars, also Bloomington North, Bloomington South, and then as well you will have Terre Haute North, Terre Haute South, a team that beat Martinsville earlier this season, and the Northview Knights. We're here at the half. Martinsville up 1-0.
Martinsville is working hard to help keep you and your community safe from the threat of COVID-19.
Get a look there at the Foleys.
And help us keep playing by doing the following.
A little Max there running around. His brother Sam had a couple of opportunities early on, but couldn't find the back of the net. But Martinsville was able to get one goal, and it came off their leading scorer, Caden Rottenkranz, and we'll get a look at it here. Nice run by Caden right through the middle of the Monrovia defense. Caden had a chance to set himself, fires the shot off the left glove of the goalkeeper, and Caden puts in goal number 17 on the season for him. So Martinsville up 1-0 here at the half. Still got about 7 minutes left before we come back for half number 2, so we will take another break. You're watching high school soccer on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and WREP 15 Sports.
Understand.
Being young is hard.
With friends, school, family,
homework,
jobs, sports.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
Stress, anxiety, depression.
They can take over everything.
And with drinking, vaping, smoking, drugs.
We know it seems like the easiest answer.
But it just makes things harder.
No matter what you're facing,
you can do it.
And you don't have to do it alone.
Because we understand.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're not just officers or deputies. We're people. We're parents and grandparents. We're here to serve our community. We're here for you. And we want everyone to succeed and be substance abuse free.
Back here at the half. High school boys soccer on WREP 15 Sports, the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. IHSA TV as well. Glad we can bring this to you. Students in the RTV program at Martinsville High School, known as MHS Rewind, responsible for producing the game, running the cameras here, pushing the buttons. Braxton Dilley doing the tech directing, the pushing the buttons part, and the cameras Luke Cheatham and Trenton Moody. So appreciate those kids bringing Artesian athletics to you here. Really expanded our coverage this fall with our live streams, with the precautions put in place because of COVID-19, and so glad we've been able to do that and been able to increase and bring boys soccer, girls soccer, and volleyball as well. We have a full slate of action coming up this week for you. Obviously, we have the game here today. We're off tomorrow, but then on Wednesday, it's the girls' turn to take center stage in their final regular season matchup. They'll know their sectional draw when it comes out tonight, but they will still battle the Monrovia Bulldogs on Wednesday in their final regular season game of the year. For Coach Mia Moody, it will be the volleyball's turn coming up on Thursday night as they host the Panthers from Bloomington High School South. That matchup should get underway about 6:45 again on MHS Rewind YouTube channel, along with IHSA TV and WRAP 15 Sports. You can watch a replay there later on, should the Artesians come away with a victory. Martinsville coming off of a second-place finish in their Artesian Classic on Saturday, falling to Mount Vernon in the championship game in 3 sets. Remember when they play those invitationals on the weekend, instead of going the best out of 5 sets, it's just the best out of 3. That one went 3 sets, and the Marauders pulling out a 16-14 win over the Artesians in the third and deciding set to get the victory there. But Martins will be back on the court of the John R. Wooden Gymnasium on Thursday night to battle Bloomington South. They're back in action tomorrow night against Perry Meridian. And then the football team takes center stage against the Perry Meridian Falcons on Friday night as the Falcons fly into town, as they will battle the Artesians at Ciderwitz Field again. That should get underway about 6:45 on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. So if you can't come out and watch the Artesians, tune in and hopefully watch the Artesians with a victory over the Perry Meridian Falcons. That game last season was a thrilling one. A lot of points scored in Martinsville, getting the win late in that one. It was Jackson Fry who hit the game winner on the field goal to give the Artesians the victory. Jackson out here on the pitch tonight. He's played, I believe, the entire first half from that midfield spot. So lots going on this week to wrap up the week on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. The Artesians leading it 1-0. If you're just tuning in to join us, it was the senior, Caden Rottenkrantz, goal number 17 on the season, right up through the middle of the Monrovia defense. Gets a good look at it, sets it up, and fires it past the Monrovia goalkeeper, Jeffrey Brown, and Martinsville leading it 1-0. We've got about a minute and a half left before we come back for the start of the second half of play. So we'll take one final break and have that for you. You're watching Martinsville High School Soccer on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're going to want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. And they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
So we're getting ready to go here for half number 2. You see both teams switching sides. And we'll get the Bulldogs to start. They trail at 1-0, so we'll see probably a little bit closer than what head coach Talani Insube would like and assistant coach Willie Spina, but they'll try to maybe get a couple early goals here and see what can happen. Artesians will have it to start. Once we get going, we'll wrap this one up, hopefully with an Artesian win. It'll be their second straight victory after they got the 4-0 win in Mid-State Conference play on the road on Thursday over Whiteland, and they will try to get the victory here and take a 2-game win streak to match win streak, if you will, into sectional play, which will begin next week. That sectional draw comes out tonight, 8 o'clock on IHSAA TV. So just after this one, just keep the app open. If you're watching it on IHSA TV, if you're watching it on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, then flip over to IHSA TV. Look for the IHSA sectional draw, boys and girls soccer, and you'll have it there at about 8 o'clock. Caden Rotkrantz, 1 goal already. Gives it back to Antonio Cano. We'll see how the Artesians attack. They're pressing forward here early on. Martinsville back in with their starters. Sam Foley trying to maintain possession of it. Sam kind of getting shoved around a little bit. And it's taken away that time by the Bulldogs, Devin Weston. Martinsville really dominated play in their half of the field in the first half of play, and they are continuing to do that here to start of the second half. A lot of subs for Tulani in the first half. Now Rotkrantz, another good look at it. He'll put it in the front of the box, and Cano can't get a foot on it, and the Bulldogs will clear it and try to run it up the left side or the right side. Ethan Hainline coming up way up from his center back position into the attack. Ethan leaves it up ahead, see if the Artesians can run on to it. Martin Barco trying to draw a penalty in the penalty area. No call. Martin maintains possession of it, tries to get it through to Rotkrantz, but Jeffrey Brown off his goal line to get it, and he will put the boot into it for the Bulldogs. Sam Foley going past Weston and then loses it again. Cano with it back in the midfield now to Jackson Fry. Martin Barco, that's a heavy touch there by Fry, but Barco trying to run onto it, and I think we're going to get an offsides call. We do. But Caden Rotkrantz, Martin Barco, Antonio Cano, Jackson Fry, Sam Foley, Carter Lyon, Aaron Anderson, Luke Gamble, Joey Stremming, Ethan Hainline, and Jack Wolf for the Artesians. Also Caden Rotkrantz, if I forgot to mention Caden. Who can forget Caden? He's got the lone goal here and has just got 17 on the season to lead the Artesians, so my apologies if I didn't mention Caden there. But this is probably the lineup that you'll see the Artesians put out onto the pitch when they open up sectional play. Carter Lyon with it, trying to get the through ball to Cano. He has it. He keeps possession of it. Trying to flick it on to Jackson Fry. Jackson with a one-touch now to Martin Barco, and Barco on the left side. Tries to take it back into the middle. Barco fires it from just outside the box, and it'll be picked up there by Jeffrey Brown. You kind of get in some of these matchups, you get a little bit of that, where the players taking some shots from a little bit farther out than maybe they normally would, thinking they can sneak it past the Bulldogs, but Foley losing it out of bounds. Foley touches it out again. It'll maintain for the Bulldogs. Aaron Anderson up ahead to Antonio Cano. Cano keeps possession of it with the left foot. And now Rotkrantz comes down with it, and he'll put it through. Martin Barco runs onto it on the left foot. Martin offsides. Well, second chance here in the last minute or so where Martin Barco tried to sneak behind the Monrovia defense, but they kind of set up that offsides trap and catch him in it. Sun not quite setting here at Martinsville High School. It's behind just one monstrous cloud that's in the sky over there in the west. So the lights on already as well. Coach Staggs had flipped those lights on, or may have been John Kirtland, who's here as the event manager tonight. Cano coming back. Takes it away and now pushes the attack. Through ball, Caden Rottencrantz. He's on sides here. He's open. Caden can't quite settle it on his foot, though. And the Bulldogs will try to clear it. Will it? Getting it back that time to Sam Cox, and ball will go out of bounds. That was the Artesians' maybe best chance here in the second half, 5 minutes in. They lead at 1-0. It was Caden Rottencrantz with a lone goal for the Artesians thus far. Caden with 17 goals now for the season. The Bulldogs really have had few chances. They've been few and far between. Not even sure if they've registered a shot on goal yet. Have to go back and check afterwards. And had a good chance, a couple of chances late in the first half of play, but one of those shots went high, their best opportunity. It's Caden Williams, and he just got his foot too far underneath the ball, and it sailed high over the goalpost and out of play. So Wolf didn't have to make a save on it. Weston and Sam Foley going at it there. And Martinsville's Tony O'Connor and Alex Willett getting tangled up, and it will be Monrovia ball. So the sun coming back out now, and we may have to adjust our cameras here momentarily. We'll see. A little bright on the screen, but that's okay. I think it looks all right. It's tough as the sun comes down. So Martinsville again settles in the midfield, the center of the field. Antonio Cano up with it. The through ball through, and now Martin Barco settles it, but the strike not good, and he was offsides anyway. So Sam Foley and Barco were right there. So Martinsville's had some chances here to start the second half of play, but have not been able to take advantage of it. Foley trying to use some of his strength there. He goes down hard, and it will be Martinsville ball there. Sam with the strong throw in to Martin Barco, and that created something for the Artesians, and Barco pokes it in to the back of the net. So Barco with the goal there, but you've got to credit Sam Foley for the assist off the throw in. It was a nice one, and we'll see if we can get this here. On the throw in, we will take another look at it here from the wide angle. Barco on the throw-in. Nice footwork there, and then he puts it into the right side of the net. And the Artesians now lead it 2-0 here over the Monrovia Bulldogs, and we'll get back to action. So Martinsville up 2-0. Scored about the 32nd minute of the second half of play. Hainline up to Luke Gamble and back to Hainline. 2-0. Again, credit Sam Foley with that throw-in. We've seen Sam trigger a lot of attacks with that throw-in. And again, through ball to Martin Barco. He's onside. Martin has it taken away. He'll stay with it. Now Martinsville still on the attack. The cross, Sam Foley, the header. Saved by the goalkeeper, Jeffrey Brown. That would have been beautiful. Sam got kind of tied up there that time with his defender, and they kind of took his feet out from underneath of him. Devin Weston there. Probably looked like when he and my tech director battle each other in basketball. Rottencrantz to Foley. Foley trying to get a one-touch. Can't. Martinsville still maintains possession of it on the attack. Antonio Cano trying to get a good swing at it, but right at Jeffrey Brown. That was a nice strike by Cano, but right at the goalkeeper, Brown. Aaron Anderson pushing up and pushing on his Monrovia offensive player. It's taken away. Carter Lyon now with a nice run right up the middle. Carter keeping possession of it. 3 men around him. Carter trying to get a strike on it. Everybody else just kind of watching him, and now Foley will take a swing at it. And, Jeffrey Brown had to make a nice save there, and it'll be a corner kick. So Sam just an easy swing goes off of the upper 90 on the right side, and Martin Barco will come with the corner kick now. So Martinsville moving some players forward here, looking to see what they can do on the attack. 10 minutes going by. Barco, nice cross. Cano settles it at his feet, creates some space for himself. The technical ability of Cano, the left foot, though, goes wide. So the foreign exchange student from Spain has a lot of technical ability, and we talked about it on our last live stream. The style of play, though, pretty different from what it is over in Europe and in America, and especially here in Indiana at Martinsville High School. And so just Antonio starting and trying to get used to some of the things that they do here that happens differently over in Europe. But that time you saw his technical abilities shine through. Leaves it up on the left side, but can't quite run onto it. And I believe it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. They trail it 2-0. Subs for Monrovia. Hunter Burnham into the lineup along with Tyler Corona. Martinsville about 12 minutes in, still have their starters in there as they're prepping for sectional play that begins next week. This is the final regular season game of the year for the Artesians. Sectional draw comes out tonight on IHSA TV. 8 o'clock for the boys and the girls. Nice give and go there. Sam runs onto it. Foley has it on the right side of the penalty box. Nice move by Sam. Keeps possession of it. Kind of toying with his defenders there. And the little flick on trying to go to Caden Rottenkrantz. It'll go out, and it'll be a corner kick. I think Tulani Insube encouraging Sam to just, instead of trying to get the assist there, just to pound that into the back of the net. But it was a nice touch trying to go to Rottenkrantz, but it was knocked away by the Bulldogs. So Carter Lyon will take a swing at it here. Try to get across into the penalty area. Low cross, but settled at the feet of Caden Rottenkrantz. He'll go right back out to Carter outside the penalty area. Now the cross into the middle of the penalty area, and Martin Barco, the attempted bicycle kick there, but didn't make contact with it. And the Bulldogs out with it. See if they can get a counterattack here. They've really not had anything going here on the offensive side. This is their biggest threat, but Luke Gamble working his way back. Bulldogs will maintain it. The shot just at the edge of the penalty area that time by Caden Williams will go wide right. Jack Wolf with it, and he'll send it on its way as Martinsville trying to gain possession. Nice touch by Cano to touch it to Sam Foley. Now Sam, see if he takes Insube's encouragement there in coaching. It looked like he was trying to go for a strike, and there was no call there. Sam kind of got shouldered down that time, and no call. They said play on. So Foley not getting a penalty kick. Martinsville again on the attack. Cano, a little stop and go, a little hezzy there. Gives it up to Barco on the left side, back into the middle. And do we have offsides or is a injury there? Not sure. So Monrovia will have it. Foul on the Artesians in the penalty area, I believe. Not sure what it was. So the Bulldogs will restart it. But Martinsville again right back with it. Lyon a little bit hard on that touch, the heavy on the first touch that time, and loses it. But Joey Stremming right there to kind of track it down. And now Ethan Hainline puts the boot into it and see if the Artesians can mount another attack here. Starters, I would guess probably a few more minutes on the pitch. Up 2-0. So you don't want to mess with it too much here and let Monrovia have any chances. But I'm sure that Coach Insube wants to get some his subs in for some time here in the final regular season match of the season for the Artesians. Try not to be redundant there, but final match of the regular season for Martinsville. Jack Wolf off to get it, see if he can trigger something for Martinsville. Jack trying to get it out to Martin Barco. Instead, he'll just put the foot into it. And now Cano settling it in the midfield area, trying to go up ahead to Caden Rotkrantz. Foley now to Caden. Monrovia hustling back, trying to take it away from the Artesians, leading goal scorer. He's already got one here tonight. And Weston doing a good job to take it away. Now back to Cano. The left foot into the penalty area. Martin Barco trying to get the strike, but just not enough on it. He was offsides anyway. So it wouldn't have made any difference. I don't know if he would have been more upset if he would have made it and been offsides or with the shot that didn't go in the save. But again, Martinsville, the touch is just not quite strong enough. That one wouldn't have mattered anyway because he was offside. So Cano looks up, gets it through to Jackson Fry, and Jackson going back now to Luke Gamble, and they'll get it back on the feet of Cano. And you see again the technical ability of the foreign exchange student from Spain. Does a nice job with footwork. Lyon now up to Aaron Anderson and see if he'll start an attack up the middle for the Artesians. He does, trying to get the through ball to Cano. Settled by Barco. A little back heel and then to the left. He can't get it to go. Cano was looking for a return pass there from Martin. Didn't get it. No back heel to himself, but settled it on his left foot. Couldn't get a good enough strike to get it past the goalkeeper from Monrovia, but Martinsville still on the attack again. Again, a nice touch. A little two-man game from Cano and Jackson Fry. Now, up ahead on the attack to Barco on the left side. Let's see if Martin can get across into the penalty area. He does in front of the goal. Running on is Sam Foley, and Sam just quite can't get to it in time, and it's cleared off by the goalkeeper, Jeffrey Brown, for the Bulldogs. Hainline going off the face that time of Caden Williams, and now trying to get it through. Cano again, right at his feet, has it poked away. And the attack that time by Willett from behind. Dangerous play to be the Artesians' Ethan Hainline. Set that ball up on some grass there to elevate it a little bit. Ethan, a big leg, but won't use it here. Just started into play to Luke Gamble. Martinsville has a lot of their guys forward on the offensive side. The cross into the penalty area. Oh, the head. That time by Cano. And Cano got clobbered by Brown. What's going to happen here? I'm not sure. I think it's just seeing if everybody's okay.
It's not a foul. He's just checking the player. When anybody looking down like this, you have to check. I know.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a penalty kick or not. I don't believe it will be. I believe it's just going to be a free kick for Monrovia. Yep. They're just going to restart it here. That came, I think it was just a stoppage in play to see incidental contact there, if you will, between Kano and the goalkeeper, Jeffrey Brown, and they just want to make sure everybody's okay. So they stop play, check it out, make sure everybody's all right, and then you just kind of have that drop ball to start it again for the Bulldogs. Caden Rottencrantz had a goal in the first half, his 17th of the year, and fancy footwork there. Through ball to Kano, onside. And Kano will put it past the goalkeeper for the goal. So a nice job by Antonio Kano, and we'll see if we can get another look at it here. Great through ball that time by Caden Rottencrantz. You'll get it right there. Kano onside in front of the goal, and then the nice strike just to the right of the goalkeeper. Puts it in for his third goal of the season and the Artesians' third goal of the match. They lead it now 3-0. Down to about 20 minutes left here in this one. So we'll see now if we get some more subs coming in for the Artesians. Jack Cressy already in, and now Rottencrantz back with it. Caden working his way through the Monrovia defense. Yep. Cruz Soltis running on, and we're going to get a penalty on the Artesians. So a couple of new players in. Just heard Tulani Insube saying that I think in 2 minutes he's going to be bringing in subs. So good effort here in the next 2 minutes and finish out probably your work for the day. And Jackson Fry heeds the advice of his coach, Jack Cressy, up on the left side. It'll go wide. Martinsville up 3-0. Sub in for Monrovia, Nolan Courtney. Well, this is the final regular season game for Martinsville. Looking to go to 7-6-1 heading into sectional play and take a 2-match win streak into the Bedford sectional, where they will battle either the Stars, the host Stars, Bloomington North, Bloomington South, Terre Haute North, or Terre Haute South. The Artesians have played 3 of those schools. They got a 1-1 tie with Bloomington North, fell to Terre Haute South 3-0, and then lost to Bloomington South 2-1. Martinsville fell to Perry Meridian, a good Perry Meridian squad. Last Tuesday, Jack Cressy with it, 4-0, but Martinsville came back on Thursday in Mid-State Conference play on the road at Whiteland and returned the favor to the Warriors 4-0, the victory, and then now leading here 3-0. So trying to take a 2-match win streak into sectional play. And that sectional draw comes out tonight at 8 o'clock. So if you're watching this on IHSA TV, just keep the app up and then pop on the live stream sectional draw at 8 o'clock. If you're on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, you can quit out of YouTube when you're done with it and tune back into IHSA TV at 8 o'clock to check out the sectional draw for the boys and the girls. Again, promoting IHSA TV, an affiliate of that. Proud to be an affiliate, and also proud to say that former student Heath Shanahan is the Director of Broadcast Operations at the IHSAA. So shout out to Heath. He's done a great job with directing IHSA TV, getting a lot of schools on board, and really that's taken off here in the fall, especially with the COVID pandemic and all the live stream games now that you can flip to throughout. Some of them on the pay-per-view, but that to be expected in a fall where the athletic departments are really at a loss. Great attack and a chance by Monrovia, but Jack Wolf coming off his line to knock it away, and now Martinsville has a counterattack. Tony O'Connell had a goal earlier and can't get a great strike on it. Jackson Fry still trying to keep it alive, as is Carter Lyon, and now Martinsville has it. Trying to remount their attack. Ethan Hainline over to Aaron Anderson, and here comes Martinsville once again. Carter Lyon. See if he'll start it up the right side. No, he moves it up the middle. Through ball to Cano. Back heel there by Cano to Rottencrans, and now back to Antonio. Cano already has one goal. Keeps it on his foot, and he has goal number 2. And he'll get a big hug there from senior Caden Rottencrans, the leading goal scorer for the Artesians. But another goal there by Antonio Cano. Keeps it on his foot here. Good technical work. We'll take a good look at it here off the camera of Trenton Moody here in just a moment. That's not what I wanted to have happen. We'll see if we go to it here. Here it is. Cano comes up with it. And then he gets the strike right there into the back of the net for his second goal of the evening. Martinsville up now 4-0. And substitutions probably forthcoming here for the Artesians. We'll see. 16 minutes left. We're kind of pausing our clock here. Rottencrans has it again. Nice touch to himself. Caden open, and he will score. So an onslaught of goals by the Artesians here in the last couple of minutes. A couple off the right foot of Antonio Cano. You see him there, and then one from Caden Rottencrans. That's Caden's 18th of the year, second of the evening. And Martinsville up now 5-0 as we'll try to get another look at that goal here in just a moment. And here we go. We'll take another look at it here. So you see Caden, the nice through ball there, all alone, and then puts it in the left side of the net for the 5th goal of the night. So Martinsville now pulling away from the Monrovia Bulldogs here in their final regular season match. Up 5-0 now. So a couple of goals pretty quick here. Has put this one away. Caden with 2 goals tonight, now 18 on the season. Antonio Cano. A couple of goals as well. Got 4. Try to look back on the other one and see who had the other goal for the Artesians. Caden had the first one. I believe it was Martin Barco that had the other one. He had the second goal of the night, and then Cano had back-to-back goals, and then it was Caden Rottencrans with his second goal of the night, 18th of the season. So a couple of new players in. So here come the Artesians again. Cano runs into kind of a brick wall there, but gets it up ahead. Nice cross there by Jack Cressy. Soltis up with it in the penalty area still, but he loses it. Weston takes it away for the Bulldogs, and now Jackson Fry. Still on the attack. He'll go off of Weston, and it'll be a throw-in coming in for the Artesians. So it looks like the Artesians are going to finish up the regular season 7-6-1 for head coach Delani Insube along with assistant coach Willie Spina, and then head into sectional play. Starts next week. Camden Wolf will check in now. For the Artesians. Carter Lyon to throw it in. Gets it on the foot of Cano. Back to Carter. Side the penalty area. Nice touch there by Carter. Back to Jackson Fry, and Fry taking a swing at it. Just mishits it, but Rottencrans comes back, keeps it alive. Martinsville still trying to attack it. Bulldogs can't quite clear it. Now the goalkeeper coming off his line will finally corral it. Camden Wolf had a little bit of a chance at it, but Bulldogs, Jeffrey Brown up with it. And the Artesians trying to clear it away. Monrovia still has it. Sun nearly set now. Here at Martinsville High School, Ethan Hainline trying to clear it. Bulldogs cross, but defended there by Jack Wolf, and I'm not sure what's happening here. Penalty on the Artesians. Is it going to be a corner kick, or is it just a free kick outside the penalty area? Not quite sure. Free kick for the Bulldogs. So let's see if they have a chance here. They haven't had many chances. That one a pretty good one to cross in the penalty box, but couldn't find a Bulldog. And now Martinsville trying to get something here. And a nice job that time by the goalkeeper to come off his line, out almost all the way out of the box to come up and get that before Caden Rottenkrantz could run under it. He saw that his defenders kind of were out of position, and Caden looked like he was going to make a good run at it. Came up, got the ball, and then sends it on its way. Artesians will have it here. Throw in coming up, down to about 11 minutes to go in this one. Sectional draw will come out here momentarily. Tonight, well, maybe 35 minutes away from it on IHSA TV. Like we said, just keep the app open and flip over to the boys and girls sectional draw. Get ready to watch that. If you're watching this on IHSA TV, if you're watching this on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, then, flip up IHSA TV. Find it on the app on your phone. You can also find it on the web. If you got a smart TV, has it on an app as well. Cano up ahead trying to get the through ball to Rottenkrantz, and now Jackson Hayes corrals it. Rottenkrantz back with it. Caden outside the penalty area. Has it on his foot still. Still alive. Camden Wolf. And it's headed in by Cano. That's the hat trick for the foreign exchange student Antonio Cano from Spain. Gets the header on here for his third goal tonight, and he'll come out. Take a look at it here. Like Rottenkrantz kind of gave up on it for a second. And then the nice cross there by Camden Wolf, and Antonio Cano able to put it in the back of the net for the Artesians. 6-0, they lead it. As they've scored 4 goals here in about the last 10 minutes to blow this one wide open over the Monrovia Bulldogs. So a couple of goals tonight by Caden Rottenkrantz. The leading goal scorer coming in now has 18 on the season, but Antonio Cano with a hat trick. Goals 3, 4, and 5 for him. Get a well-deserved break. Damian Brewer, we figured out who number 4 was. Believe that's a big thank you to assistant coach Willie Spina letting us know that. Jackson Hayes with the left foot. Play kind of in the midfield area here, but really, Monrovia's had few offensive chances. Play really dominated by the Artesians, especially here in the second half, and especially here in about the last 10 or 11 minutes when the Artesians have put 4 goals on the board. A hat trick by Antonio Cano and another goal by Caden Rottenkrantz. Been the difference. Caden with the slide tackle trying to take it away. Artesians still have possession of it, still battling over here. Monrovia trying to clear it. Martinsville will still keep it up here. Lyon can't settle it, but he'll take it back from the Bulldogs. Jackson Hayes back up ahead. Damian Brewer trying to come on, and it's Martinsville still maintaining possession of it. Noah Breen gets tangled up there. Have a stoppage in play. I believe maybe an injury. See, it'll be free kick here by the Artesians, so it'll be Ethan Hainline that'll tee it up, if you will. Kind of find some tall grass there to set it up on. Get his foot underneath of it here. See, like we said, a strong leg, and he puts his leg into it here. Brown doesn't come in and make it, and I'm not sure who got that there. And I believe it is Damian Brewer who gets the goal. So good thing we found out from Willie Spina who that was, and it's goal number 7, but that's set up by the kick by Ethan Hainline on the restart on the set piece there by the Artesians. And let's see if we can get another look at it here. We will follow it here. Here we go. Hainline from right at the midfield spot, puts his boot into it. The goalkeeper comes out, goes right through his hand. And then Damian Brewer finds it at his right foot, and he puts it in the back of the net. And the Artesians 7-0 leaders now. Again, we get the clock set here in a moment. Our clock not moving, but the game clock is. About 7:15, we'll get our set here and started once again. We get it correct. Artesians with it still. Leading 7-0. So Martinsville's really blown this open with 5 goals here since about the 20-minute mark. A hat trick by Antonio Cano. Goal number 2 of the night by Caden Rottenkrantz. It was his 18th goal this season. And then Damian Brewer with that goal that time on the mishandle by the goalkeeper for Monrovia. Goes right through his hands as he came off the line, tried to make the stop on the attempt from Ethan Hainline from midfield. The Artesians still trying to push ahead there. Carter Lyon a little bit heavy on the touch that time. Noah Breen trying to win the ball there and some contact. We'll get the late call. As Breen and Caden Williams kind of got tangled up there. So 7-0 the score. Martinsville leads it. The girls will take center stage on Wednesday in their final regular season game as well as they battle these very same Monrovia Bulldogs here. Get underway about 6 o'clock again from Martinsville High School. Jack Wolf pounces on it. He'll throw it all the way out here to the left side, trying to mount an attack. Bulldogs take it away. Monrovia trying to get across, headed into the penalty area. A couple of touches by the Bulldogs, but Martinsville out with it again. Jack Wolf throws it up on the right side. Ethan Hainline. Ethan into the middle of the field. Left foot up ahead. Caden Rottencrans trying to run onto it, but this time the goalkeeper, Jeffrey Brown, up off the line again to take it away. Jackson Fry, though, controls it. Martinsville trying to get another run at it. Camden Wolf heads it on to Rottencrans. Caden maintains possession of it. Caden still in the penalty area, trying to get a good look at it, but has it poked away. And the Bulldogs trying to bring it the other way. Bulldogs with a nice touch there in front of the penalty area. Martinsville trying to clear it. Joey Stremming can't quite get it out of there. And now a good look by the Bulldogs, their best chance of the night. Caden Williams, though, the left footer, right at the Artesian goalkeeper. Jack Wolf, who's there to make the save. Throws it out to Ethan Hainline, but it'll be Monrovia ball. Jack's done a nice job on the season. 73 goals. He's allowed the 21 goals, has the shutout here going in this one. Allowed the 21 goals through the 14 matches, so a goal and a half allowed per match. A couple of shutouts. Eminence, Whiteland, and Edgewood looking to make it back-to-back shutouts. The Artesians looking for a back-to-back match wins here after beating Whiteland 4-0, now leading 7-0 over Monrovia. That would be a good way and some good momentum to go into sectional play, having outscored your opponents in your final two matches 11-0. The sectional draw coming out in about a half hour on IHSA TV if you're watching this live. And another chance by Monrovia, but nice job by the Artesians on the defense to mark him. Looked like Noah Breen along with Ethan Hainline right there. And this one, ticking down to a couple minutes left. Little subtle reminder there to
2 minutes.
Get the 2-minute announcement. Caden Rottencrans looking for his hat trick, and he'll get it. So a couple of hat tricks here tonight for the Artesians. Antonio Cano got his 3 goals, and now Caden Rottencrans. He's got 19 goals for the season, and Martinsville leads it 8-0 now over the Monrovia Bulldogs. And we'll get a look here at the footwork by Caden Rottencrans, his 3rd goal tonight. The hat trick for him, the senior with one. Like we said, he joins Antonio Cano. Both of those guys with hat tricks, and that may have been the best one of the night for Caden Rottencrans. Puts it in the left side of the net. 8-0. Martinsville leads it in goals number 17, 18, and 19 on the season for Caden Rottencrans. So Martinsville going to take, hopefully, a lot of momentum into sectional play. They'll find out here probably in about an hour or so who they will battle in the sectional. Damian Brewer goes down in a penalty area. He keeps possession of it, but then Jeffrey Brown comes up with it. Well, Brewer had a good crack at it there, but maybe trying to just be too precise. Couldn't quite get it. Jackson Fry hustling back. Goes off of a Monrovia Bulldog defender is what it looked like. And Monrovia has not had very many chances here tonight. Had a few chances late, the last minute of the first half. Had a pretty good look by Caden Williams a couple of minutes ago. But that has been it. Martinsville has been solid throughout. It'll be their second straight shutout by the Artesian defense and the goalkeeper, Jack Wolf, should they run out this final 20 seconds. And Martinsville will come up with a 4-0 and then an 8-0 victory to wrap up the regular season.
7, 6, 5.
And that will do it. So, good way to wrap up the regular season as Martinsville gets the victory here tonight. 8-0 the final. The Artesians with the 8 goals on the evening. A couple of hat tricks. Antonio Cano with 3. Caden Rottencrans with 3 for the Artesians. Martin Barco with a goal for Martinsville, as well as the Artesians get the victory tonight. Also, let's not forget, for the Artesians, also their final goal of the evening scored. Well, the final goal was scored by Caden Rottencrans, but Damian Brewer had the goal as well. So the Artesians win it, 8-0 the final. They move to now 7-6-1 for the season. Well, I'd like to thank the students in the RTV class for producing the game here this evening, as they have all season long. This will be our final boys soccer match of the season. They did a nice job on it. Braxton Dilley tech directed it, pushed the buttons. Luke Cheatham and Trenton Moody ran the cameras. For those students, I'm Eric Meyer. So long, everyone, from Martinsville High School. The Artesians now 7-6-1 on the season as they beat the Monrovia Bulldogs 8-0 the final here in their final regular season match of the season. Good night, everyone.